So Oppenheimer is I guess a one-of-a-kind experience. I've never been through a movie that has been totally just ultimately fast-paced, editing like crazy, back and forth in time in different places, and seemingly almost a constant musical score going on. That the dialogue seems to come in and out of. I don't know if it's just me, but there are some lines of dialogue that are a little bit hard to understand, because you really have to have your entire attention focused on every single aspect of the movie. So for 3 hours, if you look down and grab a piece of popcorn or look to the side or something, you're seemingly going to miss out on something, because you have to pay so much attention to it. You have to be constantly thinking about what is unfolding as far as the actual story goes. And I like when a film commands your attention like that, because you really appreciate how well done it is. With something like this, it's really kind of hard to say exactly where I would place it in my top films of the year. Is it going to be in the top 10? More than likely, definitely. Will it be the best picture of the year for me? I don't know, maybe not. It's very excellent, I will say that right off the bat. Obviously I will have to think about it a lot more before I make any sort of final determination of my overall feelings about it. But I will say that it's a great movie theater film, because the sound is crazy to experience in a movie theater. It can be soft dialogue, and then just heart-pounding music and themes of humanity and decision making, why people decide to do things that they ultimately decide to do. Once again, like any other movie, I didn't know hardly anything about this other than a couple of the main actors, but I was really surprised to see Josh Hartnett pop up in this. Anytime he showed up on the screen, I really enjoyed. It seemed like his medium-sized role is very good. Robert Downey Jr. is almost unrecognizable at the beginning. He was great, of course. Just everyone, even the tiniest of roles, like Rami Malek has a role. He comes in about 2 hours into the movie and has a few lines of dialogue. The first two acts are just great, just interesting stories and plot going on. And then the third act is really just bringing everything all home as far as what you've seen up until that point. The first 2 hours and 2 hours and 2.5 hours of the movie, you really don't know what you're getting set up for exactly, unless I guess you really looked into the movie a lot beforehand to kind of know what you're getting into. But as far as someone who was fresh into the movie, I really didn't know exactly where it was leading until it built up to that point and really got there. The whole point of the movie was peppered throughout, but you didn't know exactly how important everything that you saw was. But I will definitely highly recommend this. I will be thinking about this, and I'm sure it will stay with me for I guess forever. It's one of those movies that it's not going to be very rewatchable, but whenever you do watch it, you won't be able to turn away. And that, I think, is a mark of an excellent movie.